aside from that, what did your week consist of? I did catch the show with you and Eric on Monday night.
Sure, that was fun.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah, I mean, that show's coming right along. It's fun and it's different. It's different than this. It's different than Toomey. It's definitely different. And Eric's a fucking character. That's the piece that I'm not going to say I didn't know that he was a character, but I didn't realize how much of a character Eric actually is.
Yeah.
He's funny, man.
Well, he is. He's got that subtle humor that he sneaks up on you, and he takes things to a different place than what you maybe anticipated.
Yeah, he really does, which is perfect for me because I love being challenged on the funny meter. That's fun. So
right.
But yeah, we did a good show last week, and and they keep on coming. We've got our good friend Ronnie Monroe is going to join us on this coming Monday. That'll be fun. He's going to be talking about the Vicious Rumors tour that just got announced, and
is he part of that now?
He's the singer.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought what happened? I thought he was doing his own Ronnie Monroe band or something.
Well, he did that Ronnie Monroe's Thunder.
Okay.
But I guess Jeff Thorpe reached out to him and brought him into the mix.
I'll be damned.
So yeah, he's they just announced a tour coming in a few weeks or a few months. I think it's March.
Okay.
Maybe March. But but if you want to know when, you can tune in Monday live at 8:00 Eastern. Because he'll be on with us. And then I hit the week really hard. Like I hit first of the year, bang, I was in. I closed my first deal for the podcasting studio at like 10 a.m. on Monday, which was literally enough time to drink a cup of coffee, and I was making new deals for the new business. So I was happy with that. So did some of that, did some production work for the Seth Williams show. I finally built the talk radio station this week and got that up and going. So I did that this week. I scheduled web work this week. I did web work this week. I just busy as fuck, but I really attacked the new year like a drag racer going down the strip.
Right. So your friend Seth, who
yes.
you've been associated with for literally 3 decades,
mm-hmm.
What does his show consist of? What does he do now?
It's kind of it's him and Mike Chiselka, who toured with Sam Kinison. He's a stand-up comic, and he toured with Sam Kinison back in the day.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, for people that don't know, Seth was like the producer / third mic on the Mike Trevisano show here in Cleveland, which is probably the biggest show in Cleveland for decades. And he's doing kind of that thing. When Trevisano died, they just fired everybody. They didn't.
I mean, it's over. The show's over.
Yeah, the show's over, but they didn't give these guys even a chance to get onto other shows or anything. They just said, okay, all of you guys, fuck you, beat it.
Yeah.
So, and they brought in some fucking turd that's on now, the 3 to 7. He's a total fucking turd. And I'm not just saying that because I like Seth. I mean, I've listened a couple of times because, when that happens, you tune in to hear what the replacement guy's going to sound like.
So they moved Rover's Morning Glory?
No, they didn't. That's another turd, but no, they just put on this awful show, and all of those fans don't really have a show anymore. So Seth's kind of picking up the pieces with that. He's doing kind of local Cleveland stuff,
right.
Stuff, whether it's and political stuff, I mean, that's the one thing. It's Hannity and Combs with those two. With right. Seth is definitely the right wing guy, and Mike is definitely the left wing guy. So you get some of that Hannity and Combs factor going on there too. So, but it's a fun show. It's different. It's more show than anything I've done since I was on a commercial show.
Okay.
With all right, we're gonna take a break now, and here we go. Boom. Here's our commercials, and it's definitely more of that, but It's a fun show. Did I host it Monday? I think I did host it Monday. Because Mike was sick. That was another that was like a CMS day for me. Literally, I did 5 to 7, took an hour break, and then was back on with Eric till like 10:30.
Right.
8 to 10:30. I did like 4.5 hours of show on Monday on top of a work day. I was like, yeah, great.
Yeah, I was goofing on Eric a little bit, at the beginning of your show. I said, look at you doing your show with a professional mic and shit.
Nice. But yeah, that's what his show's about, is just kind of, some Cleveland stuff, some national stuff, some pretty good debates, debating about different shit. And it was weird for me because I paid no attention to Cleveland politics at all. And like one of the topics on Monday was, how has Mayor Bibb done? His first year was like last year.
Okay.
I didn't even know this guy's name.
Well, why would you?
Yeah, because I don't pay no attention to fucking Cleveland politics and I don't watch local news. So I kept calling the guy Mike Bibb. And his name wasn't Mike Bibb. His name's Justin Bibb. But I didn't even know his fucking name.
Yeah, you were thinking Mike Trevisano, Justin Bibb, Mike Bibb.
I think there was a Mike Bibby that was a basketball player, maybe, or a baseball player or something.
All right.
I mean, I know there was a Bibb or a Bibby or maybe an announcer. I don't even remember.
Maybe it was Leon Bibb.
That could have been Leon Bibb. Yeah, that was an announcer guy, right? Or a TV guy?
He was a news guy.
Yeah, like Channel 8 News or something.
He's a black guy. I think he was on at the same time Wilma Smith was on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, in the like late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah. He was a fella of color.
Yeah. Well, he was a definite extra cream. He was an extra cream. Am I right on that? He was like a softer skinned black man.
Yeah. He offset the creamy, milky goodness of Wilma Smith.
He had a little French vanilla in his chocolate, as they say.
Is Wilma Smith still alive?
Probably not. I have no idea. Wilma Smith.
Wilma Smith. She was
old when she was young.
Yeah, she was old.
She is 76. She is still alive. She was born in 1946.
How about that?
And she retired in 2013.
All right. So she's been gone 10 years already off the air.
Yeah. So by now she's sitting in the home talking to Uncle June.
Well, she's probably living in Florida or some shit.
Probably. Let's see if it tells us. God, I have not thought of that name in forever. Yeah, she had a 41-year career.
Wow.
And she retired. No, she still lives here. She lives in Lakewood, Ohio with her husband, Tom, and their dogs.
How about that? Tom and her dogs.
Yeah. Nice of them to put the dogs into the fucking wiki.
Wow, that's their children.
Yeah, that's probably too. They're fur babies, as they're called.
Right, of course.
Fur babies.
The only reason I even remember that is that was about the end of my tenure and watching local Cleveland, Akron television.
Sure.
Because after that I moved out to the West Coast and then, never really watched TV, in the local area after that. So.
Right. Well, that's, she's not on TV anymore. That's for sure.
Right.
Probably find her on YouTube or something, but
sure.
Tell you another thing that I did this week, or I'm potentially doing, is for any of our pinball-y people that like the pinball, might have your chance to meet the Kings of Thrash, which is David Ellison and Jeff Young and Chris Poland from the original Megadeth.
Oh yeah,
working on having them out at Pinball PA on February the 28th.
And what is the occasion?
They're playing at Jurgles over there later that night, but they're playing Cleveland the night before. So there's like time that there might just be a meet and greet announced. I don't know yet.
What is this project called?
Kings of Thrash.
Okay.
It's just called Kings of Thrash, and they're touring, playing the entire Killing Is My Business and So Far So Good So What albums in their entirety, as well as about half a piece sells.
Okay. And who do they have on vocals?
I don't remember the guy's name, but I know that Ellefson had some crazy quote out there like, this was like finding, I don't know, finding Jeff Tate for the first time. So, just
Yeah, boy.
some crazy statement that this guy's like the greatest guy of all time.
Okay.
It's Chaz Leon is
right.
the singer, who I have no idea who that is, but
And so does he have like a Dave Mustaine growl or something?
again, don't know.
All right.
I watched a YouTube video. I don't know if it was this guy or not, but it sounded sort of like Megadeth. I mean, it sounded just like Megadeth, but I don't know if it was this guy or not. I have no idea. So,
okay.
And then Fred Akin is also in this band, who, if I'm not mistaken, was in one of the 16 versions of the Bullet Boys.
All right.
I think he was in one of the Bullet Boys renditions. So I think he was like in the one that we used to goof on with the gas station guy.
Oh yeah.
I think he's one of those guys.
Okay.
But I don't know that to be true. So don't hold me to that. But
it just sounded familiar to you.
Yeah, I know the name, and I know that guy was in the Bullet Boys, but I don't remember if he was in the gas station years or not.
All right.
How funny is that I call it the gas station years?
Yeah, well, I mean, it has gone through so many iterations that they kind of took on a different look every time Mark Torian, as you guys were debating on Monday.
Yeah,
where he changed the look every time that he had a new lineup.
Right, changed the look. Torian changed his name. How funny was that we could pick more than one guy to say, yeah, they definitely changed their name along the way.
Well, they have.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, who knows? That Mark is a nice guy. I mean, again, I don't know what he's like to deal with in business. I mean, you hear the horror stories out there.
Sure.
But the times that I've encountered Mark personally, and obviously he's been on the show a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Always nice to me. I got nothing bad to say about Mark Torian, but but you hear all kinds of bad things about him behind the scenes. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, he's always been nice to me, but then you hear stories of him stabbing his bandmates with butter knives and shit, and it's like, whoa, what's going on here?
That was when my friend Jamie St. James had put a lineup of the Black and Blue lineup together and went out on tour with the Bullet Boys.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it was mayhem on the bus.
Yeah. It was just nutty. It just was absolutely goofy.
And that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think that was like 2008, maybe 2005.
Again, every single thing we say was 20 years ago now. Everything.
It's bizarre.
Or either that or we're not doing much.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. We're just not doing much.
Yeah, time is just flying by, man. I just like I said, I think I mentioned this last week that I went through my my purchasing history on Amazon.
Sure.
And I saw some of the things that I bought in a certain year and I go, holy shit, I thought I just bought that last year. But it was like 3 years ago. It was like 2018 or something.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, I think, and honestly, the pandemic, I think, is just one big blur to everybody.
Oh, it is. Absolutely.
I think nobody looks at it and says, you know what was fun? April of 2021. That was a good month.
Yeah.
Everybody looks at from March of 2020 until probably middle of last year with just like, where did that go?
Yeah.
That time didn't exist.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That was that is definitely a bizarre period in our history in the history of the world, rather. It's just bizarre. But people are still trying to recover from that and whether it's emotionally, financially, physically,
sure.
It took a toll on a lot of people in different ways.
It did.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank the government for obligating me to the next 30 years of paying them back.
Right.
Fucking cunts. Fucking cunts.
Yep. So, Yeah, it's bizarre, but hopefully this year, again, we always hope that I guess it is what you make it outside of the unseen or unpredictable forces that
Yeah.
somehow infiltrate your life and your existence. But just go out there and try to do the best you can with what you have.
That's it. I'm absolutely excited that I already have, and I know it's not a lot. I mean, it's definitely not a lot of things, but I have like 5 things that I'm going to be doing here in the next few, at least through the year, I guess. But I'm going and I'm going to see the Kings of Thrash. I'm going to go see that, when they're here in Cleveland, and then the next day out there at Pinball PA. So that'll be fun. And I'm going to see Landau here in 3 weeks.
Thanks for checking out this episode of The Classic Metal Show. Get all of our episodes uncensored at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. Join us weekly from 9 p.m. till 3 a.m. Eastern at www.cmsradio.net. Participate in the live chat room at www.chatandkill.com. Once again, thank you for checking out The Classic Metal Show with Neeley and Chris. Hail and kill, fuck you, pal, and hand job!